So here comes to the tutorial time. So we will have a look with different situations, and then because you haven't learned anything about ethics or about the core ethics, about the logical model, etc. So in this tutorial, we will just use our common sense. I always say that use our common sense and then use different points of view to evaluate the situations. Okay. So case number one, okay, is the problem from George. So let us have a look with the problems first, and then I will give you a few minutes to read the slide. So the situation is George. He is a software developer. Okay, he's a software developer in a company called ACME. This company is working on a project for U.S. government. U.S. government is called is of the Department of Defense. Okay, DoD, Department of Defense. And then he's going to control the jet fighters, and then allows them to crash with each other. Okay. The software is developed, and the software is almost finished, and then it go to patch and then estimate the problem, and is test by some is going to finish the internal test and then going to deploy. So in the test stage, George find that there are some critical problems. Okay, George find that there are some critical problems. George think that it's not safe. Okay, it's not safe. Okay. He's worried about the situations, and then when he report to his supervisor say that we will do some improvement, and then now the software is safe. But still, George thinks that it's not promising, and then he's afraid the quality of the situations. So in this data, George have two things have to do. The first one is he sign off on the system, say that the software is safe, and then he can protect his job. The software will go away. Another point of view, another action he can do is reject to sign the situations, and then he will be fired. Okay, he will be fired. So in these situations, if you are George, what we will do? Okay, what we will do? So yeah, let us have a few seconds, a few minutes, and then you can think about your solutions. Okay. So of course, if you are George, and then you will, some of them will say that I should sign the document and then to let go. Okay, so let go. Okay, I just want to get a salary. I just want to finish my job, etc. And then some of you guys say that if I'm George, I will not do that. Even I will be fired. Okay, even I will be fired. I must be ethical and I must protect the public, protect the jet fighter, etc. Okay. So this kind of discussion that we usually include inside your case study. But as a professional, I want you to think more in different points of view in different situations. The first one is if you are the supervisor of George, what's your feelings? Okay, what's your feelings? So I will say that if you reject to do this kind of thing is ethical because you want to say all the thing is safe enough to do. Okay, but I will say that it's not a actions of a professional. So a IT professional, you should provide different solutions for your senior management, not just stop all the things and then I reject to do any kinds of things. Okay. If you are the supervisor of George, so definitely looking at the request of George, you need to rebuild. Okay, you need to rebuild the whole system. Where is the rebuild? Yeah, we design, rebuild the whole system. Okay, that means all the things we do again. Okay, it causes unacceptable delay. Okay, and somehow your company will lose lots of the money, and maybe you need to close your company. Okay, definitely is it's not a good solution. And George, you are the quality assessor. Okay, you are quality assessor. You are monitoring the software. Okay, you are monitoring the software. You are provide the quality access, etc. What are you doing during the project development? Okay, what is the alpha test, beta test, etc., etc. Okay, it's not acceptable that you come to here and at the end of the stage you come to here and say that we need to rebuild the whole system. Okay, you are not professional, you are not doing your own work. Okay, you have received the salary from our company. How come you haven't do a good monitoring during the project? So another thing is, if I'm a project manager, if I still want to deploy the project, okay, if I still want to deploy a project, but in an ethical way, I will say that I will state clearly about the situations, clearly about the conditions that we are going to force, okay? We are going to force, okay? And then because it's for the DoD, it's for the jet fighter, so let the DoD to make their own decisions. You state all the things clearly, and then let the DoD to make their own decisions, okay? And of course, you should promise we have the patch and update later, okay, to solve this. I don't know, it's a security holes or bugs. So if you are the yes, you are the IT professional, so you have experienced it. There are lots of patch, there are lots of update, okay? Even the software go live and then you still have lots of patch and updates coming in the IT world. We cannot 100% guarantee that it's safe enough, okay? But we will do our best to improve the software quality, okay? So this is the way that you should handle the situation. Instead of I just stop all the things, I will not do anything until you redesign the other things, okay? IT professional, you should provide some alternative for the user, for the your supervisor, and also for the DoD to do it. And if you are the DoD, okay, Department of Defense, do not 100% trust your third party, okay? You outsource a project, do not 100% trust your the company that you are outsourcing. You need to do your own quality assess, okay? You need to do your own quality assess to make sure that all the thing is safe enough and then fulfill the quality that you are requesting, okay? And one more thing I want to state clearly. So if you are the DoD at the very beginning, you have a key aspect. Okay? So don't think that when you bid a project of this kind of huge government organization, it's only 1 or 2 page of requirements. You have maybe 500 to 1,000 page of document that they need all the functional or non-functional requirement very clear. Okay? So if you are DoD, remember to put a bad or as detailed as you can inside the user requirements, okay? Because if you are George company and if you are the supervisor of the boss, if I'm looking at the requirement, if something is not stay in the user requirements, I can reject for this job, okay? I can reject for this function, okay? But I can still receive my money because you haven't stayed, and then I can reject to do it, okay? So make sure that if you're outsourcing the project, that means that you have zero responsibility about your IT job, okay? You still need to monitor, and then you still need to do lots of the things to ensure the quality of the software, okay? So similar situation is happening in Hong Kong. Is about the our system in our airport. So if you want to know more, you can click on this link and then have a look. Okay. So case number 2 is about the for the orders or about the public benefits. Okay, about the public benefits. Again, I will give you a few minutes to read the case, and then you can come. You will. Yeah, let us come back and then we discuss about the situations. So now the situation is like his ass, okay? He owns his own consultant business. Okay, this consultant business is going to offer some IT solution for some small company. Okay, so there is a middle-sized company called Toys Time. Okay, middle-sized company. Now, his company is going to design a database management system for his staff. okay, for his staff to handle the personal data. Okay, the personal data will include some of the sensitive data will be included. The first one is the medical data. Okay, medical data, salary, your appraisal, evaluation system, evaluations about your performance. Okay, so now the question is, let's go have different options to the clients, and they can choose the cheapest security options. Okay, cheapest security options, and let's start things that is not a good way to handle the database management system using such kind of low level of security. Okay, so she talked to the CEO and then talked to the CIO about these situations. Okay, and also the director of the personnel, that means the HR department. Okay, head of the HR department. Okay, so if you are Lessica and then you are going to build a database management system, they are requesting a less security options. Okay, so we will build this system. So again, we have few minutes, and then please answer the question. We will build this system. Okay. And then again, it's easier to reject the project or reject the solutions. In this situation, I will point out several problems that is not really good. Exact professional is not really good. The first problem is, of course, every company is Toys Time is only a middle-sized company. Every company, they have their own budget. They have their own budget. If they looking at the budget, and then if they compare with the risk, etc., right? I mean, they will choose some reasonable or cheap security options. Toys Time charge less the options, right? If the option is provided by the consultant business, okay, if the this one is provided by the Lessons, so they think that this is a acceptable or reasonable solutions. So if Lessica thinks that it's not reasonable, how come you put it into the options? Okay, how come you put it into the options? Okay, at the very beginning, you should not put this kind of options into your proposals. Otherwise, it is quite misunderstanding. Okay, this is the first thing that Lessica is not doing really good. Another thing is he talked with the CO, CIO, and also the head of the HR. Okay. CEO is Chief Executive Officer, head of the HR, and also the Chief Information Officer. Chief Information Officer is different from the Chief Technical Officer. They usually care about the business value. Okay, they usually care about the budget, care about the business value, etc. So looking at the people that Lessica is going to or has talked with, they are non-technical guys. Okay, so most likely they will stand in a point about the budget, about the money instead of the technical. So somehow why the Lessica do not talk with the CTO, okay, Chief Technical Officer. Okay. So this is one of the biggest mistake that he made, because when you're talking about the technical solutions to some non-technical guys, it's always a big problems. Okay, it's always a big problems. Okay. And other thing is we want to know about the terms of the public benefits. Okay, so this is the information about the worker inside the Toys Time. So salary, medical record, or performance evaluations. So somehow it's not 100% about the public. Okay, it's not a system open for the public. Okay, so there are some great area about shall we use a highest level security option instead of cheaper one. Okay, instead of a cheaper one. Okay, and for the consultants business, it's better to state clearly about the data that you are going to handle with the law. Okay, in this course, we are going to talk lots of things about the privacy. We spend 3 lessons about the privacy. So we will talk more about if we are going to handle the public data, if we are going to handle the internal data, and then if we are going to handle, for example, your staff data, etc. There are different standards. Okay, there are different law, and then there are different standards to handle this kind of things. Okay, if Lessica state clearly inside the proposal with the options, with the law. I think the CEO, CIO, and the director of the person can make their own decisions instead of you just say that I should increase the security level instead of using your options. Okay, it's hard to expand to some non-technical people. So, but if you have state is breaking the law, so I guess the company they will care about your options. Okay. So again, this situation also told you that it's easy to reject all the things, but as an IT professional, we are going to solve the problem. We are going to think some solutions to solve the problem in many different ways. So you need to have different points of view and then solve the problems. Okay. So here is the case study 3. And now the situation, you are Julians, okay? And then she's a private consultant who advised the small business, about computer needs and then about the computer operation, etc. Okay. So now the Julian is hired by a small and private hospital. Okay. So now she is no longer a private consultant. She is working in a private hospital. The hospital now is going to upgrade their system. So Julian evaluates the proposal. Okay. So he is the guys who are looking after the consultants. Okay. And then he looking at all the proposal and based on the system needs, based on the proposal, etc. Okay. He conclude that there is a company called TriStar System. Okay. The TriStar System provide the best solutions at the best price, etc. But somehow, Julius is a silent partner, okay, co-owner of this TriStar System. So do you think Julian is professional, and do you think Julian is a ethical actions in these situations? So the first problem, we will say that Julian is not a professional because somehow he haven't stated the conflict of interest. Really bear in your mind that state the conflict of interest is really important. Okay, state the conflict of interest is really important. So if you have a state of conflict of interest when you handle some sensitive data or that is related to your own company or your family member or other, so it will be a big problem. You will lose your job or is a crime. Okay, it's a crime. Okay, and you will need to send to the court and then send to the jail. So I will not say Julian is not. I will say that Julian is not only unethical. She is going to break the law. Okay, she is going to break the crime. Okay, and this kind of situations again we will talk more in our situation. Perhaps I will invite ICAC. If we still have the chance, we will invite ICAC to discuss about this kind of situations and what we can handle about state our conflict of interest. Okay, so this is the introduction and this is all that we are going to cover in our course. So in this course, we will not say that we are going to just tell you that how to do the goods. Okay, I will not give you the slogan. I will not give you the cards that you are going to. I'm going to listen carefully. I'm going to stay in line correctly. Blah blah blah. You are not kindergarten student. Okay, so there is no perfect rule number 1, rules number 2, rules number 3, 4, 5, etc. In this course, we are going to teach you how to evaluate the issue. Okay. And then provide a better solutions for the IT professional, okay, or IT related issue. Okay, so this is the main reasons of our course. Okay, hope that you enjoy these online sessions. And then if you have any difficulty, so we have a discussion board and then state your problem in the lessons 1, and then I will try to answer to you. Okay, thank you very much.